Hey guys, my name's Rachel. Welcome to my channel. We have COVID in this household, and so I have had a lot of time to sit around that I don't normally have and think. And I've just been for those who don't know, we've just built a house and it's not finished, so we're living in constant clutter. And so now being still and surrounded by the clutter, I've just realized I really need to downsize and get some control over my life and the amount of things that I have. So this is going to be my beginning of that, my palette declutter. My bathroom in the house is not done yet. I'll try to insert a clip of that. We still need a vanity, a door in my shower, and the bathtub. It's far from done. It basically has a toilet in it. So I don't have any storage. And so that's made it even more difficult. And I've just realized that I really am being consumed by the amount of things that I own. And I feel like I need to just kind of let go of some of that. And so that's what this video is, starting out with palette declutter, which was way more difficult than it should have been. But we're going to take you through that process with me. Let's get into it. Okay, so like I said, right now I don't have a bathroom vanity or storage, so I'm using this shelving unit that I think was originally for documents, and I'm storing all of my different makeup items in there. I try to have them organized by type, but there's 1, 2, and the next 2, so 4 drawers of just eyeshadow, which is ridiculous since I only have 2 eyeballs. And anyway, when I get the bathroom done, I don't want to have an exorbitant amount of stuff to put away. And I feel I don't use this stuff as often because I forget I even have it. So I wrote all my thoughts down on this piece of paper and organized them so that I would kind of have some sort of clue what I was doing. And I decided I'd do 1 bin for trash that I definitely was going to throw away, things that I was going to put back, and then things that I was going to donate. And then I put store, but I was thinking generalized things that I would put into storage. Definitely not going to store any makeup palettes. So I made one that says help, and that was going to be things that I was having trouble deciding on whether I wanted to get rid of, or donate. And I knew if I just had the bin set up, I'd never remember which one was which, so I made sure I labeled them. And then I started going through. First is the Natasha Denona Love palette. And at the risk of sounding redundant, I'm going to tell you that I love this palette. And I knew right away that I was going to be keeping all of my Natasha Denona palettes because I really love them. They're good quality, and I do reach for them quite frequently. Ooh, ABH Modern Renaissance. I love this one. It's such a staple. This is going to be hard. Riviera. It's also ABH. I'm going to keep this too. This isn't going well so far. Okay, Too Faced Chocolate Gold palette. Oh, let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Okay, sorry. Anyway, let's keep moving. Okay, the Golden Gatsby palette. I think I'm going to go ahead and hold on to this one too. It has a couple colors like that chartreuse up in the upper right hand corner that I think are pretty unique to my collection. Next we have a Zoeva palette. I can't remember which one this is. Gonna let it go. Okay. Here's another one that was a collector's palette. It's the Too Faced palette. It's their original palette that came out in 2008. And then the remastered colors underneath that are from the 2018 collection. This is the Naked Wild West palette. I just got this recently, so I'm going to hold on to it. Plus, I really love that turquoise color. Next, we have another type collector's one. This is the Metal and Matte. It's a Kat Von D one. It's an older palette. I'm sure it's expired, but I'm not into keeping it for collector's reasons anymore because I'm just not a fan of Kat Von D's anymore. But, it had some pretty colors in it. But I think it's time to move on and let it go. This is the Too Faced Pumpkin Spice one that came out, I think, either last year or the year before, and it smells awesome. I think I'm going to hang on to that. Ooh, I love this. It's Pinky Rose Exotic Peacock, and I just love the bright colors, so definitely holding on to that one. This is the Naked Honey, and I kind of like the yellow tones in this one. Oh, hold on. Having some technical difficulties. Okay, I thought it might be a little more stable if I moved this to the floor. So this is the Kathleen Lights and ColourPop Dream Street palette. I absolutely love that. I think I'm going to hang on to that. Next up, the e.l.f. Retro Paradise. I really do like this one, and it has a lot of unique colors in it, but I think I have some of these same colors in other palettes, so I'm going to go ahead and donate that. Okay. And, okay, I guess I'm showing you the Honey palette again. and it's still the same yellow colors, and I'm still holding on to it. And yeah, okay, moving right along. Okay, I really struggled with this one apparently. Keeping. Okay, so, these little tiny guys, the Meat Matte, I'm gonna trash that. Okay, Naked Urban Decay, the original OG, going in the trash. It's time to let it go. Then we have the Makeup Forever Let's Gold palette, and I am totally holding on to this because, I don't know, I just love all the colors in it. I think it makes pretty eye looks, especially for brown eyes, and it has some glittery colors, but they're not like overly glittery, so yeah, keeping you. Tarte in Bloom. This is actually the second one I've purchased of these. I love it. It's a staple and it travels well. Gonna hold on to that one. Naked Smoky. I really like the dark colors in this one. It's a little bit different to create dark eye looks, but I think I have those in other ones, so I'm gonna get rid of that. And moving on to Lorac Pro palette. See, it has some of those dark colors in it too. I don't know. This is where I start having trouble because I haven't even really used that much. It still even has a little protector in it, so I'm gonna hang on to that one. And this is another Lorac palette. It's more like a nude one. It's super pretty, but it kind of puts me in mind of the Modern Renaissance one, but I've not used it really either, so I'm gonna hold on to that. Too Faced Chocolate Bar. This is the original palette too. It's way expired. It's been very well loved, but I think it's time to go. In fact, I think I've even had to glue the mirror back into it. I tried to get it to move, but yeah, it's going. And this one, it travels really well too. It's taupe. I use it a lot. It has a lot of pretty colors in it. You can create a lot of different looks, and it travels well, so holding on to that. Okay, moving on to a new door. We're going to unpack this really quickly here. Then Sandstone. This is ColourPop, and I got it before they quit making that design on it because of the tribal prints. Oh, I'm sorry, you can't see that. There you go. But my husband's Native American, so I wasn't offended by it. I know a lot of people were offended by it, thinking it was cultural appropriation, but I thought the colors were really pretty. Kind of unique ones that I don't have, and like, look at that yellow. That's awesome. And I don't know, I just really liked it. Struggled with this one. I didn't know. I really wanted to keep it for like sentimental reasons, but I feel like that isn't a good reason to hold on to things. I need to really let go of having so much just stuff. And can I get similar looks with other palettes? Probably. So I held on to it for now, but we'll get back to that. This one is the Born to Run. I really do love this, and I'm gonna hang on to this one. Next is Blood Sugar. This was a gift, so this is really hard for me too because I feel like obligated to keep things that are gifts. I absolutely love the palette, but I'm just not a fan of Jeffree Stars anymore, and I just don't really see me using that many reds. So I think I'm gonna give this to somebody who I know will appreciate it and use it more than I will. Another Jeffree Star palette, the Jawbreaker. However, this one is a little bit more difficult for me to let go of because I love colorful palettes, so I'm gonna hang on to that. Alien. This one's discontinued, and I love gray, green, and pink colors, and this kind of had all of them, so I'm gonna hang on to that. This Jeffree Star palette is purple. I'm definitely keeping this one. I love this one. It's gorgeous, and I like that glary black. Definitely gonna hang on to this at least for now. And then this is the PH Cosmetics. It's like a Christmas palette. It's gorgeous, but it's just so huge, and I never reach for it, so I think I'm gonna give this to somebody who will love it, instead of just letting it sit in my drawer and expire unused. And I think this might actually be the Lost Drawer. Okay, Jaclyn Hill. I think it's volume 2. Never really used it, never reached for it, but I'm gonna hold on to it for now. And the volume 1 palette. It's similar to a lot of other ones I have in my collection, and it's not the original volume 1, so I don't think the quality is as good on this one. Yeah, this one's it's kind of like ashy, so I think I'm gonna let this one go. The Just My Luck is ColourPop. It's a monochromatic green palette, and I really love green shades, and I think I'm gonna hang on to this one. Okay, this is the Making Mauves, and or Mauves, however you say it. It's ColourPop as well, and I'm gonna let that one go. Going Coconuts. It's a pretty nude one, similar to some of the other nude ones I have, so I think I'm going to let that go. Avocado toast, it's super cute. BH Cosmetics has really good quality, so I'm going to hang on to that for now. Same with the blueberry muffin. Both of those kind of square with the square pans, they had really good quality, so I think I'm going to hang on to both of those. Alright, this one is the Nude Mood, and it's so similar to some other ones. I think I'm going to let this one go. It's another BH Cosmetics. It's the Trendy in Tokyo, and it's a super colorful palette. I think I'm going to hold on to that. It's like I said, I have an obsession with colorful palettes. Okay, Too Faced. It's like I can't remember what this is called, like Romantic Eyes. I don't know. I really liked it. It's really old, though. Literally falling apart. Going to trash that. Same with the Sugar Pop. It's in like the 10s. I don't even know if they make these anymore, but it's time to go. Here's another Too Faced. No, this one's Urban Decay. But I think I'm going to part ways with that one as well. Ooh, this one, I love this one. This is Tarte too. Look at the case. It's just like so pretty. Wait till you see the inside. Freaking gorgeous. There's no way I'm getting rid of this one. I absolutely love this palette. Put that over here. And this was like confusing to me. I didn't know why I had this all stuck in here. It was like glitter glue and cut crease. So, okay, moving on. Chanel. This is just like a little quad. I think it's like quad or, no, there's 5 in there. So I like to travel with this one. And so I'm going to go ahead and keep a hold of that. This one was like I can't remember what it's called, like an eye topper. Anyway, I'm not really into that, so I decided that I'm just going to go ahead and pitch that one. This was actually one that somebody had given me when they decluttered, and I just never really reached for it, so I'm going to go ahead and pass this on to somebody else. Okay, and, oh, this is an e.l.f. one, and I don't know, not really into that one, so it's going in the trash. Okay, I've got these little bite-sized e.l.f. ones. Like, I didn't even open this one. I don't know. I thought I got them because I thought they would be easy to travel with, especially when I'm in the hospital with my son, and I don't like to pack a ton of stuff, but I really didn't like the quality on them. They weren't as good as a lot of the other e.l.f. products, so I'm just going to pass all of those on to somebody else. Hopefully, they'll get some use out of those little bite-sized ones. I think it's a good concept, but they just weren't for me. Okay, so I lied. There's another drawer of eyeshadow. So, e.l.f. Nah. I like that little green color, but really just not a fan of the palette overall, so I think I'm going to pass this on. And then this, I think they're like Profusions. They're at Walmart. I don't really like the quality on these, so I'm going to trash that. Natasha Denona, of course I'm keeping her. This is the bronze palette. They're just so beautiful. Oh, now that's a monochromatic palette done right. It's going to hold on to that. Wahala 2. I wanted this so bad, so I just really don't see me parting ways with it. It's a gorgeous, colorful palette, and you know how much I love my colorful palettes, so I think I'm going to hang on to this beauty. All right. Definitely keeping this one. It's Tati Beauty. I think her company is pretty much like dissolved, and she won't be making these anymore, so definitely keeping that. It's gorgeous. Aurora Lights. This is BH Cosmetics as well, but it's like the baked ones. Oh, I don't know why I'm not showing you. So, okay, there they are. They're super pretty, but I think I'm going to pass this on to somebody who might enjoy it more than I do. Ooh, the Urban Decay Stoned palette. This one is gorgeous. I like to use it in addition to other ones, although it does have a few nudes that you can create a complete look with just that, so I'm going to hold that. Essence Salute Paris. I don't know. I love my pinks and grays, and oh, I'm going to let it go. Okay. This is the Gilded Nudes by Milani. I don't know what my obsession is with like nudes and glittery eyeshadows, but I absolutely love this, so I think I'm going to hold on to it for now. Look what we have here. Maybelline's Blush Nudes. Imagine that. Pinks and grays. I think I might have a problem. I don't know. I think I'm going to hold on to it for now. Okay, and the Nudes of New York, because, you know, I don't have enough nude eyeshadows or pinks or grays, so... But I think I am going to let that one go. And these are all like metallic. These are like the, what am I looking for? What word am I looking for? Oh yeah, like the Stila ones. So I'm going to keep those. And then the rest of them are like the ColourPop. No Y words are not coming to me right now. But the ColourPop singles, I think I'm going to hold on to all of those for now. Super Shock. That is the word I'm looking for, the Super Shocks. And that was the last of them. So I went through and counted how many that I had in my donate pile, and I was a little disappointed that I only had 16 palettes that I had put in there to donate. So I just decided that I needed to really reevaluate and go through what I had left and see if I could do a little bit better than that. And adding insult to injury, I pulled out the help pile, which this is supposed to be the ones that I couldn't decide on, and there were only like 4 or 5 in there. And so I pulled out my discard pile and counted those up. So I had 11 in my discard pile, which isn't terrible. I hate to like throw things away and waste them, but these were all ones that I didn't feel like I wanted to give away, or I figured they were expired, or the quality was poor enough that I didn't think anyone else would get much use out of them. So I wasn't too upset about that. So at this point, I thought I needed to sit back down and kind of like put some palettes side by side and really compare them and see like what I really needed. I went through and counted how many that I had in my keep pile, and I was a little bit embarrassed because I ended up keeping 31 palettes. I felt like I couldn't part with 31 palettes. What in the actual hell is the matter with me? My goal is to make my life easier. Just starting with palettes, I want to go through my entire house and kind of do this. And if I can't even let go of an eyeshadow palette, I don't know. I think I'm a hoarder. I don't know. I think I might be a hoarder. So I decided I really needed to reassess this issue. Okay, so what I decided my course of action would be is to go through and kind of half-ass sort these out by color family. And then like the ones that are super colorful palettes, just put them to the side. And then the more nude ones, put them in a pile and kind of go through and then compare them. I tried to be really thoughtful. And sometimes when you have the different backings, like the metallic backing on the back of that, and then the silver backing like on the Alien palette, it's hard to tell if the colors were similar. So I just really tried to be open-minded about how similar they were. And really, I did some swatches and make sure that I wasn't keeping a lot of duplicates unless the palette had a color in it that I absolutely loved, or when I actually have the palette, it makes me happy and I feel like it's important for me to keep it. Because while I do have too much, applying makeup and having the choices makes me happy, and I don't want to get rid of something and then regret it and end up having to repurchase it. so this is what I ended up keeping. And it ended up being 20 palettes. I probably could have done better, but I feel like that was a good starting point for me. I mean, I started with 64 palettes and I decluttered 44. Only kept 20, so I feel like that's pretty good. Sorry the end of this is kind of like chaotic. And alright, I just wanted to film an outro. Me and my little buddy still recovering from COVID. Hope you enjoyed the video, and if you like this kind of content, make sure to like and subscribe. It's my first video on my channel, so if you could hit that like button and really help me out. And we'll be taking any constructive criticism you might have. Constructive and polite. Alright, thanks. Love you guys. Bye.